Thank you for joining me. Welcome to TJ's Maths Clinic. Still on WAEC 2025 for school candidate. This is General Mathematics, Paper 2, May June, Section B. With us here is question 10A. Let's consider this question 10A. And the question read, the cost, that's C, of feeding some students in a class is partly constant and partly varies as the number of students n in the class. For 8 students, the cost is $70, and for 10 students, the cost is $90. We are asked to find an expression for C in terms of n. Roman numerals 2, the cost of feeding 12 students. First thing to do is to identify this question is from which topic. Of course, this is from variation. And which type of variation is this? Basically, we have four types of variation. We have direct variation, indirect or inverse variation, then we have joint variation and partial variation. Of course, this is partial variation. In partial variation, we have two constant of variation. Let's look at how we can handle this. Let's write down the solution and interpret the question. The cost, C, of feeding some students in a class is partly constant. Is partly constant. It means it will be equals to is. The word is here means equals to partly constant. We introduce a constant x and the word and plus partly varies as the number of students n. Then we introduce another constant y, then we multiply it by the number of students n. This is the interpretation. Very important. The cost C of feeding some students in a class is C now is equals to partly constant, let the constant be x, and plus partly varies as the number of students. That's another constant y times the number of students. We can say where x and y are constant. Very important. And let's substitute. Next question I say for 8 students, the cost is $70. 8 students, the cost is what? 70. So we have 70 now will be equals to x with y times 8. Number of students is n now, which is 8. That will be 8y. We can call this equation 1. Very important. The cost of 70, and for 10 students, the cost is 90. 10 students, the cost is $90. That will be 90 equals to x plus, we multiply 10 by n, that will be 10 by y rather, that will be 10y, and this will be our equation 2. So we have two systems of equation that can be solved simultaneously. We can use elimination, but you can see clearly that we can easily eliminate x by subtracting equation 2 from 1. So let's eliminate x direct. We put minus sign here. 70 minus 90, that will be minus 20. X minus x will be 0. Then 8y minus 10y, of course, this will now be equals to 8y minus, that will be minus 2y. Very important. Then we divide both sides by minus 2 to find y. Let's divide both sides by minus 2 so that y now will be equals to, this minus will divide this is positive. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So the value of y, a constant y, is 10. We can easily find x. Let's plug this value of y into equation 1 and see what we'll have. Permit me to click some part of the question. We can say put y equal 10 into equation 1. Our equation 1 is x plus 8y equals 70. X plus 8 into 10 now will be equals to 70. X now will be, when we multiply this is 80, we take it to the other side, that will be 70 minus 80. Such that x will be, let me clean here. Let me clean here since we know y. Such that x now will be 70 minus 8, of course, it will be minus 10. So we can conclude that the relationship between the cost of feeding students and the number of students will be C now will be equals to minus 10 plus 10n. This will be the relationship. Very important. This will be the relationship. Okay. Let's still check. This is 80. That's 70. Yes. When we collect like times, it will be negative. Correct. Okay. So this is the relationship between the cost of feeding students and the number of students now. Then question Roman numeral, an expression for C in terms of n. So this will be the solution to Roman numerals 1. So this will be the expression. C equal minus 10 plus 10, and we can say C equal 10n minus 10. This will be the expression. Then Roman numerals 2, solution to Roman numerals 2 now. The cost of feeding 12 students. When n is 12, what will be the cost? We substitute n as 12 into this expression. So we have C equal 10n minus 10. So the cost of feeding 12 students, given that n is 12 now, will be 10 into 12 minus 10. C now will be, of course, 12 times 10 is 120 minus 10. C will now be equals to $110. To be $110. The cost of feeding student will be 110. That is 120 minus 10. That will be $110. So this is said to be the solution to this question. Thank you for watching. Please do share this to your learned colleagues. And don't forget to subscribe to TJ's Maths Clinic for more interesting videos. In my next video, we'll look at 10B. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.